24th to 26th, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
Okay. It's not every day you see me put on suit, It's not every day. I like to come as simple. But today I decided to come like this so that we can talk seriously. Because today we're going to talk serious business. And we're going to talk deep. We're going to ask ourselves questions, difficult questions. And no, it's not to confront anybody, but so that we can begin to reason as human beings. I call it our education. I don't want to say it is negative or positive, but I'm a trained teacher, so I can talk as a teacher. I remember our education was, there was a time, I want to give credit to Baswafuwa, when they said the education system has failed. So they restructured the 6334 system and asked them if that is what they do. I think that is what we have now, where we have the junior secondary and the senior secondary school. Even when we went to secondary school, it was class 1 to 5, just one straight one. But now they split it into the junior and the senior secondary school. And I want to ask you guys, of what impact? Because that was when I was trained as a teacher. At that moment, we were taught, in fact, we were sent to a technical, to teach technical courses in secondary school. So you were supposed to be teaching courses in engineering and just to get Nigerian kids get used to that. But I was confused when the engineer told us on this show that actually most of our universities don't even have a lathe machine. If you don't have a lathe machine is the beginning, is the foundation of engineering. With it, you can do anything. Lathe machine can do anything for you. Anyway, that's what we're going to look at today, but I don't think we want to go into that detail. But I want to ask you, how effective is our education system? Is it fit for purpose? Because I'm really worried because in all ramifications, in all areas, I'm worried. And I'm not going to go into this alone. Let me show you the beautiful people because they are here. Where do I start? Let's start from Asaba this time because Mary said I've been picking on her. So I will add Mary first. Let's add Asaba. Hello, Asaba.
Yes.
Good morning.
Very wonderful morning to you.
Good morning,
A very good one. Good. You guys are glowing.
I love to this topic.
It's a great one. I think so. So. And let's see Mary. Mary is all alone. That woman is strong.
Queen
Mary. But she's become a lady now.
This one was putting on spec this morning. I hope all is well.
Very, very. The light is quite close. So, and I have a phobia for light, and I want to see less of you as I'm talking.
Like seriously? Wow. Good morning.
It's being distracted by your beauty.
Oh, sure, you can hear.
Beauty from Abuja. Like seriously.
We are trying to. You see, engineer. Maybe me and you are trying to impress these two young ladies.
Probably. It's very difficult. So these two young ladies, they have strong hearts. They're very difficult to convince.
In fact, they're very strong. Don't trust them.
Like seriously, I see they planned it. Evelyn, how you doing?
Yes,
fine.
People today, I say let us look at our education system. And as far as I know, when we go to school, or the reason we send people for training let's talk about the informal system of education. When I say informal, that is the system we had before the Yoruba came and introduced this Western education. We had a way of educating ourselves. In those days, you send a child to go and learn carpentry. He will stay with somebody and do the apprenticeship. After some time, he will become a trained carpenter. The same thing with mechanics. That was what we saw. Even what I actually witnessed was bicycle repairing. In front of my that I were repairing. There's a man, one did it. He was one that fixed bicycle, and I was actually working with him because we know how to fix the tube. We use another rubber to cover it. In fact, we were covering. That was what education was. The funniest thing I observed, maybe I'm wrong, is when you finish, you have a job. So meaning education is actually about to create job, not to look for job. I don't know whether I'm wrong here. All right. In our system, when you come out, you are a mechanic already. You open a workshop and you begin to employ other people. So your education prepares you to employ. Now, in fact, let's roll it forward quickly. When Nigerian government found out that it was failing, because I didn't go to this kind of school you guys went to. In our time, we have class 1 to 5. We don't have GSS and SS. Not in my system. Then all these GSS and SS kids, when we talk, you see the difference. Our time there was no.
I think I want to get something here. Okay, maybe you have primary 1 to 5. So
yes.
Primary 1 to
class 1 to 5.
Class 1 to 5.
Class 1 to 5.
No
C.
Is there nothing like secondary school? Because how do you
there was secondary school. Secondary school was straight. There were no JSS or SS. It was one class 1 to 5. Oh. Do you understand? It was the 6334 system that makes it now 6 primary school, 3 junior secondary, 3 senior secondary, and 4 university. That is how they now break it. Before,
but it was how many years? How many years was secondary school?
It was 5 years. 5.
Okay, 5.
Oh. What do you have now?
I think secondary school is like 6 years.
Yes, because it will be 6334. That's why they made the 63. The essence of doing that was to make sure that there is technical training at the secondary school level. I remember Basfa Fuad designed a new education system, which we went into. I don't think we have time to deal with all that today. But the question I ask myself is, so that we can roll quickly forward. You see, because the foundation of education was what we wanted to build then. To make sure kids are prepared for what we're about to see. Maybe, like everything else, sometimes we'll go forward and we'll lose some. We think we're running forward, but then we run too fast. Now, let's take a look at this now, Mary. My question today to engineer and to everybody in the house is, do you know that the last construction of road, let me just give this figure so it makes more sense. All right. Julius Berger, these are the main company making money in Nigeria. Julius Berger from Germany. Then this Chinese company, CCECC. If you see anywhere they're constructing road, now look at those signs I'm talking about now. And even the ROCC is South African. So when you're on the road and you see, anywhere you see the construct road, look at the signboard. Any of these will tell you who they are.
Sorry to cut you. If we say Julius Berger, right, they're making money. Is it now or before? Because I know that at some point they had to start a kind of relieving some people of their jobs because they couldn't pay anymore. That Julius Berger had to start a lot of people. Same with this other company, the CC you're talking about. I know they had even a company in a place called Jerry. I think engineer might know that place. Jerida is before Kaduna, right? After Sabo say they had a company there, and at the time they started relieving people of their duties as well. Why? Because they couldn't pay again. Then I had to ask myself, if these companies are making money, why are they relieving people of their duties?
Yes.
Or because they cannot meet up paying them salaries.
As we are getting broke, they are getting broke too. Because now let me show you this figure that will shock you, Mary. What I wanted to say is that these are not Nigerian companies. So when you see them, they are not Nigerian companies. The question that comes to mind is, all of our children that have gone to civil engineering courses, the Nigerian civil engineering that is offered in how many universities? Are there no graduating people that can do this work? I'm confused. What is in a bridge?
But at the end of the day, these companies come to Nigeria. Let's be realistic. They still tend to employ Nigerians. Is it not still Nigeria? I'm talking about people that are relieving of their duties. They are still Nigerians, engineer.
Okay.
jobs.
It's
They
a
are
good
fellow
question,
Nigerian men.
Mary. Let me answer
Because
that
I want to
question
know
with
that
figures.
Julius Berger does not just construct road. We have mechanics inside Julius Berger. We have carpenters inside Julius Berger. There are different functions that people do inside Julius Berger. But it's just that we tend to see the construction of roads. I know that's not the only thing they do. They have different people, right, doing
Yeah,
different jobs
Mary,
there.
I understand
Now,
the job that yes,
fundamentally,
what
But
construction
yes,
did.
let's agree that it is still our fellow Nigerians that are doing the jobs for
No,
them.
okay, yes,
So,
maybe it's right to say that, but let me give you the figure that will make sense there. The
okay.
okay.
annual road construction budget for 2023 is over $1.8 billion. That was what we allocated to road construction. This figure is coming from the Federal Ministry of Works, not me. Foreign contractors dominated it with 70%. So now 30% they give to the people when we get local company. Mary, do you know the implication of that? This company come to Nigeria to work. They make money, they take the money away.
Well, I think that Chris, we need to understand something very, very
Yes.
important. And what do we need to understand? We need to understand the process of them acquiring those contracts. The process of them acquiring those contracts, the procurement process, were there tenders from the state tenders board or from the federal government tenders board to advertise, to create a platform of advertise for such contracts to be bidded for? Now, I want to start with what Mary said about layoff. Layoff is a product of layabout. When contractors are being held in the loop by financial constraints arising from lack of commitments being met by state governments and the federal governments, Federal Ministry of Works and all that, you will not expect them to keep their artisans, because most of these staff that they use to do these jobs are mainly casuals. Like you referenced, the carpenters, the plumbers, the mixers, you name them. They are mostly casuals, and their job is subject to the availability of, or rather the continuity of the contracts that have been so given to them. In most cases, it is when the state government has faced to another regime that you get to know that these contractors and so many contractors are being owed. Now, why does it get to deal with foreign contractors? The majority of our indigenous contractors do compromise on areas of morality and professionalism, especially in integrity. I have seen jobs being given to people in this Delta state in the last dispensation, being given to people that were not engineers. I have seen a road construction in this town that 3 different contractors, one was doing the drainage on one side, another one, 4 different contractors, if I'm not mistaken, 4 different contractors. They give a contractor a job because it doesn't subless it, and they use malams, buy quota, buy gravel. If you see, that's why most of our roads do not last a period of 4, 5, 6 months, or the rainy season. That is one. Now, in the other areas, now, when Chris talked about CCC, Julius Berger, you name them, yes, they will continue to get contracts because in as much as they exhibit some marginal level, not a high level, understand, marginal level of compromise or kickback or bribe or whatever you want to look at it. The truth remains that the quality of their jobs are far more of higher standard than the Nigerian job. With due respect to the Nigerian engineers, majority of these jobs. Now, the major work these engineers from Julius Berger, the expatriates you think they do, probably design. Most of them work with Nigerian engineers in the back. Nigerian engineers are well grounded. They do the design. They bring the design from a prototype from their country, maybe from Korea, for example, or from China, for example, in the case of CCEC, or from Germany, for example, because Julius Berger, or something from their offices here. Then engineering is the same all over the world. So when I put our heads together and bring our engineering ingenuity to bear on the construction, then 70 to 80% of these workers are Nigerians who are not professionals, so they can be laid out at any time. There are no industrial
Yes.
agreements binding these artisans with their employers. That's why they are treated the way they are treated. And our government doesn't say anything because our government itself, they are into occupational slavery. Majority of public servants, some public servants are still casual still today for 10 years, 15 years. So we have a foundational problem. The issue of construction and should not. I love indigenous. We have some good SO Lotu in Osubi those days. I think it was a good contract. We have so many indigenous. Shell utilize a lot of indigenous contractors in their jobs. Then in Warri, I'm very privy to that. Shell used a lot of indigenous contractors. Indigenous contractors are good, but there are some jobs that are beyond their scope. That, I mean, if you must have sustainability, we need to get the best hands to carry out some jobs.
No, my question, and that because today's topic is about our education system.
Yes, that's what we're waiting for. That's what we need to discuss.
And so that brings me to the same question. Are you telling us now? Are you stating it categorically in an international platform that Nigerian firms are still not qualified to handle high-level projects? Is that the story? Then the reason is why.
Now, Nigerian firms are highly qualified to handle high-profile projects.
They are not competent. Let's use the word competent.
Okay, let's use it. They are competent. I can vouch on that. They will have highly skilled civil engineers. Look, a project encompasses the ingenuity of different arms of engineering, from the structural engineer to the civil engineer to the mechanical engineer to the building engineer. We have a project engineer on site. You have an architect. I mean, so the truth is, our major problem is the lack of confidence in our indigenous contractors, especially by the people in government. It's just like you saying now. I'm coming to
you say confidence.
No, you said something yesterday apart from people that attended the polytechnics or people that attended the technical schools. For those that attended were they opportunity to practice? Were there anything like
now? Let me tell you something. Whether or not you attend the university, let me tell the mechanic you see that didn't attend the university, the roadside mechanic. I must be frank with you. Majority of them have more practical knowledge than those that attend mechanical engineering in secondary university.
People that Julius Berger employs.
90%. I'm coming. 90% of the job. Julius Berger will not. You have to be current certified. You have to be a member of the National Society of Engineers. You would have done a lot of certifications on your job certifications before you get involved in project management. You might even have done a course in project management. It's not now. One thing you should understand: it is not the engineers are more concerned about design. When you have done the design, to carry out, to raise up the building becomes an easy task. Design is where the ingenuity comes in, and that is where it fits. We have standard, we have quality engineers, and we have half-baked engineers in this country. It's not about the engineers now. Layman on the street.
Mishak, make it simple for us. We want you to.
Okay, I'm ready.
Very straight. Now, in which area our firm lacking? Is it because we do know?
Okay, I'll tell you that. Yes. Our firms are lacking in the areas of equipment procurement. That Chris, our firms are lacking in the area of funding, equipment procurement. Most of them, look, I don't like a contractor when you are given a job. That's when you start going to procure equipment. You're going to start hiring equipment, and there's no guarantee with your hiring. That is a major problem.
The question now is, engineer, this is now. Sorry, I'm going to cut you there now because we are the one paying foreigners. They're not coming here to do it with their money. So if Delta State, thank God, you know what I like about Delta State? We have the DLA. It's called Direct Labor Agency. Direct Labor Agency supposed to construct roads to save costs. In fact, if that agency did move forward, they can actually displace all these contractors. The question I ask is this, because the essence of the Direct Labor Agency is to construct the roads. So where do we have that? My question is, where do we have the Direct Labor Agency and still give contractors to the beggar? Why don't we empower? My language now is, why don't a government intentionally empower the agency with the people they need? I'm saying Nigeria. Let me ask a question. Those people you are bringing from Germany, who empower them? Who trained them?
Well, unfortunately, most of them are supposedly have been brought from Germany, have been in Nigeria because they've been doing. Now, let me tell you, that is a major issue. The crux of the matter is this. I must bring it to bear that majority of the contracts have issues with padding. There's so much corruption.
Let
The
them
foreign
party
companies.
Let them party with the local company. You see, engineer, there's something we're talking
That's
here.
why I'm coming. That's why I'm trying to leave it somewhere.
Everybody will pad.
Majority of this, and you think Nigerians are not the most corrupt people in terms of padding. We have international, the international corruption.
The British taught us 10%. It was the British that taught us 10%. Nigeria didn't know
Yes.
10%. The British taught us 10%.
They now-
than ours.
Right, Chris, I want to give you two references that will help answer your question.
Okay.
Each time in Delta State and in most states in Nigeria, each time they have a major program, like maybe this June 12th celebration or Democracy Day or swearing in of the governor or swearing of something, they have Delta Broadcasting Service, for example.
Yes.
But they do not patronize Delta Broadcasting Service. We had OB vans in DBS. We have outside broadcasting vans. They have been sold as scraps. But you patronize stations like Arise, like channels, like TVC, and pay them above 20 million to come. You can. The most time they patronize 2 or 3.
Exactly, engineer. Thank God you've driven my point home. That's a good one.
No, and let me give you another example. Another example before you come in, Doctor. Now, the second reference here I'm going to give to you is this. We have a National Assembly that bought jeeps worth 160 million for close to 400 to 500 members of the National Assembly. Fundamental, or I think, or so. Now, my question is this: you ask us to indigenize, to patronize indigenous manufacturers. We have a Kosharis. We have an Innocent Motors, a Kocharis Motors,
Yes.
that produce cars that are more tropicalized, that are of higher standards, or far more durable standards to terrain. And but then we prefer Toyota. Why do I say we prefer Toyota? Because if Toyota is selling for 80 million now, you can tell them to put it for 150 million. And Toyota, the person from the other end, will not mind because he has something to take on. But you cannot come to Kosharis, for example, because the common man on the street, the billionaire in the East or so, have bought that same jeep for Kosharis, for example, or from Innocent, and the public domain will have an idea of the cost of that.
Yeah.
So you think we don't have an idea of how much they sell Toyota? Wait, we don't have how much they sell Toyota.
I'm speaking from the point of knowledge. I have seen cars being supplied to government personnel, and what was written on the invoice, I shouted that even the devil would have been scared. You will fear that what was written, and I know the cost of a Toyota Corolla car, and what was written on the invoice, the devil, Satan, will fear people.
All right.
We have a corrupt system.
This comes
So
down.
we speak leadership. We speak
When I
the two
use
sides
the
of
word,
the
when I
mouth.
say Nigerian leaders are not corrupt,
We
let's
say
use the word.
something in policy,
Engineer,
act differently in implementation. Yes.
engineer, let's do one thing for ourselves today. Nigerian leaders,
We're ready.
you cannot call those people corrupt. They're stupid. Because if you call them corrupt, that would be an insult to corrupt people. Let me put it this way. I want to pad. I need to get Innocent vehicles. I can pad better with Innocent than to pad with Toyota.
And if it's
I can pad for Innocent, my brother. Innocent.
better with Innocent. Do you understand what engineer just said?
Yes.
How can you oppose Chinese? These
Yeah,
are the
I can
common
listen, I can tell
Nigerian
Innocent. Now, from now on, oh yeah, any motor one with the supply. Now, this one, give me, now my cut be this. Innocent will say, yes, sir.
No, the cost cannot be big, just like what engineer said.
When everybody has idea about it,
Oh, Mary, we don't buy Toyota. Nigerians buy Toyota every day.
Padding
There's
with
no way
Toyota
Nigerians
is
don't
in
buy.
dollars. Padding with
Yes.
Innocence in naira. If you dey pad with Toyota and dollars,
Can't
you
even
dey
pad that much.
Padding
like,
with
okay,
Innocence
if you
in
that
want
naira.
to go
There's
for
a limit
our
to it.
local state,
All right.
and you have
You guys
this mindset,
seem to
get
agree
enough.
there. Let me
Unless
agree
let
with
me
that.
let me come
With
complain.
Innocent,
That you can
there's
let me
a limit
complain.
which you can
So
buy.
with our local sector,
In other
you
words,
know
engineer,
that you can't be
let's
able
not
to
go back to where
steal
we're coming
enough
from.
because of our currency.
In other words,
When you know you
engineer,
can grab enough when you go foreign, you will definitely want to go foreign because you know that you'll be grabbing enough money from it.
yes.
But when you use our local, you are dealing on our local currency. You
Now,
won't get
engineer,
much.
let me. Okay,
Yes.
this is very good. So it is not true. Are you telling me now that based on this argument that it's not true that we cannot do it? That it's just corrupt practices that is making us not to do it? Because I want to know where we are.
We have engineers that can do anything any engineer anywhere in the world
that's
can
good.
do. We have
Because
engineers.
you know what thing I did during the Okawa government.
Yeah.
They wanted to make a very beautiful video of what they have done. 45 minutes. When they finish the video, they go and air it in channels, and I raise alarm. Are you saying this television, this program you made is for Deltas? It's about Delta. Why showing it in Nigeria? When Delta people are not even watching it, why not show it on DBS? Because I've been in Delta State, I've seen DBS. Engineer, not until now.
Yeah.
I never knew people like you are in Delta State. Train, I'm now talking to you on the same level. Sometimes you are better than me in some area. How come that the government of Delta State could not work with DBS? DBS is dead. The same money. You know what is funny, Mary? If they tell you how much they spend to go and pay channels, to pay Arise, at least this is good. It's still Nigeria. They're ready to pay BBC.
That's not the
You know what it's called? Mentality. Akpa. That one is not a corrupt person. It's a fool. You want to use money to pay BBC for the same thing that your brothers can do. Again, that is a sin against humanity.
The government, they are not just the only problem. We ourselves, we have problems to
I agree.
ourselves.
We're coming to that.
Because
we're
some of us,
we are in
greedy.
education, though. We are in education. You know, I want us to argue. The reason I brought this thing in is, a guy once said to me in Europe that, how can your leader bring your money to Europe and the country come to borrow the same money and pay interest on it? Do you know the money we are borrowing is our money? And we pay interest on our own money. Our leaders, Akpa, carry your money, come give them here. We'll come borrow the same money, they pay interest on our money. Is that person a thief? He's a fool. That person is not qualified to be called a thief. Somebody that is stealing will steal wisely. You know,
now
who even stop them from stealing? But by the time you carry the same money to Europe and we go and borrow the same money and pay interest on our money, that is where we have a problem. So, and you cannot call us a thief. But let's stick to what we're doing today. Engineer, we have issue at hand. Let's leave construction first. We are coming back to it.
Okay,
I want to drive us into let's go to the most popular one, the one I know, the one everybody can understand. Agriculture.
Which one?
Before I grow
agriculture.
Up, I don't go far.
I thought we were talking about. I thought we were talking about the education. We've not shown much about education.
Under education now. We are still on education. We are on education.
Coming back to
now,
education.
however you want to look at it, however
we are on
education.
We are not going out of education. Okay. I said this is what I want. Now under education we have looked at construction as a part of education.
Yes, we want to look at agriculture. I understand. I understand.
Now I get.
Now let's flow on it. Now fundamentally,
we have 10 universities. 10 University of Agriculture.
Okay. You said 10 University of Agriculture. 10. Now, let's look at it look, the problem of the educational sector vis-a-vis the subsector of agriculture is premised basically on two things. First and foremost, quota system is one of the biggest problems in the lapses.
The 10 university engineers, don't forget it. With the 10 universities distributed across the country, it's distributed across the country. Uniben have their own quota system. This stop Uniben from taking
I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to build us to understand why we have lead. This is not just about creating.
No. Engineer, wait. Every state, in Delta State, you have how many universities? Yes. So quota system does not affect state university in Delta. Let's leave that one first.
Okay, we'll come back because that was the foundation. I was taking up to the foundation. Now, the issues we are trying to emphasize on.
They pay me. Treat this one.
They pay you. The issues we are trying to emphasize on. Yes. Now, I am one of those people in Delta State that are not excited when I hear that a certain institution has been created in this community, a satellite the campus of an institution have been taken to Rorope or to taken to Ogara. Now, these are my reasons. We are practicing quantitative education instead of qualitative education. I have seen it that it has become a priority amongst leadership at the state and the federal level.
University to their village, yes.
To take university, they see university attracting a university to their hometown as one of the biggest achievements.
No, Ibori did it.
Yes, it doesn't mean he did it in Orogo. Oh yeah, they all did it. They see it as
the only person who not do.
Who?
Odua not do.
Who not do? Who not do?
Odua.
Okay, yes. Now on top water, people won't go to school. You don't know where Abido, that village. Then on top water, now swing. I want because of where I did.
Okay.
As the teaching
us. If I put on for Warina, Seven I want to be there. This is where they
guy. But I mean, that's what I was leading us to. I mean, the priorities are quite different. Now you're looking at creating institutions, polytechnics everywhere, monotechnics everywhere, private universities, and the way government gives out licenses. I have seen universities going to the southeast. I was shocked to see that universities are in some place, two-story building, two-story building. They call it a polytechnic. That one does not even fit a private institution. That aside, in Delta State, for example, there are so many schools. My issue is this: why has government not woken up? Instead of creating more higher institutions, create more industry, because 90% of these graduates coming out do not have jobs.
Engineer, I think we are getting it wrong. Maybe we should look at our curriculum. Wait first, wait.
How?
If in those days I started the show,
I'm coming. I understand where you are going. I'm looking at vis-a-vis agriculture. Now, okay, let's come to the.
Let's start small. No, let me draw you back to where I started from, so that we can be on the same page.
Okay, please do.
I'm going to let you talk. When we started, I said our informal education produced human beings who become employers, not those looking for jobs.
Okay, that's no problem. I think
all right. Let's look at under this agriculture. Drive the matter here for me so that we don't go too far.
Yes, you have brought me
under
to
the agriculture. We still import chicken. Wait, let me finish that. We import chicken, eggs. Our chicken they forgot to lay eggs. They are sick. They are independent. Our own chicken.
I don't know the level at which we import chickens, but I know that we have a lot of them here in Nigeria. That's the truth. Huh? We have a lot of them here in Nigeria.
That's the truth.
That decrease.
Yes, we have
them. A country like Nigeria is supposed to be selling chicken. You are importing chicken from where?
That's why I said I don't know the level at which they import, but we have them here in Nigeria. We have chickens.
Oh my God, Mary! If they tell you, when I die, they say foreign chicken, how they keep people here. Fowl, you know what? If you eat fowl, the smell. You know why they cook fowl in those days? Make us see better pigeon. When they cook fowl, Mary, if you don't fowl, you they smell her. Today cook chicken here and not smell. Maybe my nose get kata. Something is wrong here.
The normal local fowl which we rear here in Nigeria. Do you know that if you see them in the market, you don't want to purchase them? But you want to go for the agric. Because no, you feel like the local chicken is not big enough, right? It does not have enough meat compared to the agric. People want to patronize the agric fowl. But at the end of the day, we tend to praise the local chicken. But how many people want to purchase the local chicken? Imagine eateries right now using local chickens. You understand? Where you know that they are not as big as they are.
There's difference between local. I'm not saying we should even do the local because we don't have time for that anymore. Technology is here for all.
Right?
Maybe technology, the same technology, whether you both do their own. They do their own in 3 months. It's not rocket science. To have a poultry that will pop out chicken in a matter of 3 months is no more science. It's no more technology.
Maybe the Nigerian government have not really ventured into that. But talking about
they have not. What about the universities?
We have a lot of poultry. There are people that make shawarma in Nigeria here from their own poultry farm. That is where the chicken shawarma is from their own poultry farm.
You see
there are a lot of eateries that can tell you that they have their own poultry farms. Because now we be waiting for the import. I don't know, maybe the government don't want to venture into it. personally, maybe for their own personal reasons, just like I said, that most times they feel like if I do this thing, I will still leave this seat and another person will come and take over. That is why they don't want to do maybe a public business, and they tend to own their own private businesses. But if the one I know, I will say it. I'm not saying that Nigeria is too good, but there are things we do. If you talk about poultry, I'm not supporting that one. And now we have a lot of people with poultry. Big poultry in Nigeria. Let's say the truth.
Mary, you are saying what I want to hear.
Poultry farm.
Okay, I've heard you. Engineer, I'll let you speak now. Let me put it this way. Because the people needed, they are using poultry, they are using the chicken, they thought of their business, they decide to grow it. There's a company here in the UK. They do Olu food. Olu has gone to have its own farm in Nigeria. Because the food is bringing the ships. He now decided to plant his own. So he's now making it from the planting to here. Now, this is good. The question is this then. You said the government don't really want to farm. Universities are broke. Nigerian universities, they are broke. They have so much land. They have the technology. Maybe forget about the one I go farm for my house. Universities are with trained human beings.
Okay.
If they just can borrow some money and have a glass house.
Talking about universities. Can we all agree that at the end of the day,
billions?
Daddy Chris, in the aspect of universities, at the end of the day, we will not tend to blame, or will not have to blame the government. Let's take it down to the lecturers. Because I said it earlier on, there was a time that the minister went to the University of Abuja as well, and he said that what are all the empty lands there that the school have taken for themselves, that the school is
now you're talking my daughter
on it. Now what are they using those lands to do? That him as a minister, if he comes back and he's not seeing any development on that land, that is going to be
going to take it.
Because personally, I'll tell you, if you go to University of Nigeria, Nsukka, if you see the kind of lands that are there, without them doing anything with it, like I'll call it a wasted land. You run inside the school for how many minutes? How did they get that kind of land? You will not see anything like
about the public land
inside that place. So then tomorrow they'll come and tell you ASUU is going on strike. They're not making money. Well, you have a lot of land, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. If you see the kind of land they have, they're not doing anything with.
So Mary,
now basically Mary.
Mary, is it just about having land?
Yes, thank you very much.
Last time on this show, I said the first factory is your land, and we don't get it. Now, somebody have a land. He's hungry. A university have a land. Do you know how much university make here in the UK? They don't have land. They only rely on school fees. I said Nigerian university don't need to pay school fees to make money. You see, if the university now turn it around, that look at the whole contract on road construction that is going away. We're going to have a university that actually can construct road. That becomes your practical training, the thing you are talking about that our children don't have as they go to university to go and study engineering. Imagine if your university department now have a construction firm that makes money. Get the contract and use it in the process. Train these people.
Daddy Chris, it's very literary in our narration and our vision. But now contracts, it will be difficult with the kind of political mindset that we have with our leaders.
Where is this trouble? I can see it, engineer. I can see the trouble.
Now, listen, like what Mary has said. Yes.
Obodowari was looking for somebody who could do the job. If Obodowari know that Abraka University can do it, and they can do it well, he will give it to them.
Yes, that is what. Yeah, if it's on that premise, then fine. But will they do it? Now the problem is, look,
who is not going to do it? Who's not going to do it? The question I don't understand. You know, engineer, who is not doing it?
Now,
who's not?
The universities, they teach a course called entrepreneurship. There are departments called entrepreneurship now, or entrepreneurs. Yes. Now,
yes,
that is the department that is supposed to be the economic nerve of every university. What is entrepreneurship all about? Like you have said, you have lands. Now look at the 74 in Asaba, close to the campus. where they're supposed to have fish farms. It is private people that own those fish farms. The school's supposed to have their own fish farm. They have excessive mass land. And when as a higher institution, you leave your land, the government will come and portion it. Land grabbers will come and grab part of it. They are fighting all such things right now here. Now, the biggest, like you said, everything you said are in line, because I expected a faculty of engineering not to, I expect a school like Unibe, for example, or Ekpoman, not to give out a contract for the construction of a road from the main gate to any of the faculties and all that, to an outside company. When you have engineers there, what are the lecturers doing? It's the government.
No, engineer, you get me wrong. The state government, engineer, listen to me. The state government should be working with the universities. Let me put it this way. Maybe this is my argument.
Engineer asked that what are the lecturers doing? Now let me answer you. The lecturers are selling books.
Selling handout and their books.
Yes.
You are just going to finish now.
You see,
they are waiting for
what I said. Now you're going to call those people corrupt. They are stupid. Now let's put it this way. Do you know how much they will make? If, you see, in those days, neither they teach you only art. When we went to uni here, they don't teach us art anymore. They teach you art and business. If you're doing engineering, they must teach you the business of engineering.
Yes.
Anything you do now, nobody teach you just the practical. They teach you the business of it. So the universities, they are not dumb. Now let's say, oh God, how I am thinking now, if Oboriori now work with the Department of Agriculture in all the bloody schools they are creating, imagine the amount of food we will put. Let him say the private people are working with him, but the university now work with him. We want to construct road. Give me the engineering. Who are your best engineers there? Which university? Let's give this one to this university. Because I'm not going to pay you. I'm not giving you allocation. Your allocation is the contract you are getting. Why will I be giving my money to people in the name of teaching? You know what I created? I'm creating a school in England. And the school is not a place where you come and just come and learn, study things. No, as we are making film, you are learning. You're not going to come and sit down in the classroom and get it. You know what is proper apprenticeship? The way the Igbo man teach us. Igbo man will teach you how to sell biscuit. You will stay there for 7 years learning to sell biscuit.
Like, you can actually start creating jobs right there from the universities.
No, can we all agree that maybe, because then when they complain about not being paid and they go on strike, the next thing, I think they try to pet the situation and they bring them back. But I feel like if we impose it on them that when they come up with their own strike drama and you just leave them to make money on their own, they will not, because any small
Chris, you
a simple reform is what I'm asking for.
You made a statement.
If you are
you made a statement. You made a statement now that is a limiting factor. A statement you made right now is a limiting factor for this kind of vision. You said that as a governor, you are not going to pay them. That's if a contract, or rather a construction is given to a university, you are not going to pay them. That will be part of their allocation. And that is why I'm coming. That is why the politicians will not want that kind. Now, in the process of, say, you give a B&B construction company or a civil engineering construction company that is foreign based, a lot of kickbacks go there inside. The site engineer interest go there. People, so all those are the things that have made it difficult for this kind of vision.
Let me tell you this way, Nigeria, you know the mistake. You see, when a governor thinks that the money is already in the allocation, he is a stupid governor. Let me repeat again. You cannot call that person a thief. It's actually stupid. I keep using the word. Now put it this way, engineer. I am the governor of the state. I'm working with Delta State University. Okay, this is your farm. You are farming so amount. Okay, I'm doing the business with you. I'm spending money. The money I'm giving to you is to farm. That is where you get yourself paid. And that proceed come to me. Engineer, I will make more money than the stupid money that I give it to them.
And the lecturers, the business, they will be more committed. They will be more committed.
They bond them well.
Can we all agree that this saying would have happened if we had not had oil? But the fact that we have oil in this country, I don't think that kind of thing.
I say you have said this.
You see where we are now, Mary.
The oil we have in this
It's time for this idiot to know that the oil is not enough. The problem I have is the oil is not enough.
Creativity, because we don't want to do something outside oil.
Mary, how do you tell these people that the oil is not enough? Open their score, put them inside.
No, we need to start by letting them understand that it's not put in protecting oil. If only they can put it in agriculture, then maybe we'll have more.
And putting it in agriculture, they will actually make more money. Put it this way, Abraka, this is your money to farm with me, because I'm not paying you. Abraka, your farm, your poultry, your this is what I'm putting this money into. From there, everybody there is paid. You are a teacher, but that is your payment. Students are students are working with you. After the little training, they go to the farm. You know what they will do? The proceed, Mary, will be more than whatever I given to them. That's why I can teach.
How many students want to farm? How
Mary,
many students?
you know, if you got, it's not even a choice. I'm not
That's
saying
another thing too.
What we're talking about, Mary.
How many students? If we're in school, today, would we have? No, let's be real. That's why the fact that we're in a live show.
Oh, Mary, do you know how many students
we had are
studying agriculture in the university?
Yes,
how many of the Gen Z students want to?
If you're an agri
Why
student,
would they be interested in farming? Why are they going to school to study the course in the first place?
exactly. How many people, not you, Mary, you went to do mass comm. I don't bring you. In your department, you'll be doing your newspaper things for me. You'll be publishing, you'll be doing this, and I'll be making money with your department. There's no department that cannot make me money. But I'm not going to give you money to go and sit down in your house and marry and abuse our daughters. No way. I will give you money if it's engineering. This is the money for your construction. I will give you the contract. You go and do it. The money is there. I make money from what you've done. Who knows? We might get contracting from Cotonou to construct road for them. You see, this is simple. You know, if I give money to a Greek student, I know, okay, you guys are going to spend this money in the farm. Those Greek students will work with you. You can even employ more labor. I don't mind, because this money is for the department to manage. You make more money than even whatever you're getting now. Then from the farm produce, it comes to me. I'm the governor.
Daddy Chris, there's a problem. Engineer, at least you're an engineer. Yeah. Can we agree to the fact that even the so-called mining you talk about, how many of the Nigerians are into the mining? People from the Western world come into Nigeria to make money here in the country through the so-called mining.
I don't think we're going to go into that yet, because mining is too
deep. We need to, because
strong policies.
Most of the things we have, we are not even making use of it. There are people outside Nigeria that are coming to make money from it.
Yes, maybe if you cannot make money, you cannot make money from farm. Which is what they do. Now mining, when you never see. Wait, Mary, at least you they see farm, you they see crops, you they see cattle, you they see income.
They see land.
Oh God.
You see under the land. What they do you?
Let's talk about you know there are people still going to the university to study fishery.
Yes.
Fishery.
Exactly.
It's not my jurisdiction, so
no, you know what is so interesting, Mary, when Evelyn, you made something fishery. Do you know that all I need to do is to come to Abraka? Where's your fishery department? Una go extend there now, because Okuna dey there. Now we'll carry this boat to go fish. Bring the expatriates in. Small time I will carry the thing to go ship myself. You understand? You're gonna fish shrimps on me. As I'm pumping this money into it, I'm getting my shrimps for export.
Private individuals are.
There will be no free ride though.
Private individuals are doing it.
No, private.
Maybe the
government. They talk of ordinary private. Look at the person is struggling.
How many people is a private individual? How many people are they empowering? We are talking about.
Listen, if I go into a business,
maybe the government will come into it and look into it as well. By then, it's.
I can understand you. Now we're looking at you're looking at it from this angle. I can look as Daddy Chris, as you're talking, certain things. I'm manifesting in my mindset. I practically stood television stations, investigations, discovery, and nationwide. And I think I have listened or I followed some programs on these stations that portray higher institutions in Europe, departments of higher institutions in Europe doing what you've just talked about, maybe going to fish, especially marine biologists or along those science line. And the glory comes to the school. It's part of their research. These are issues. How many of our professors of agriculture in our schools of agriculture and agriculture, Department of Agriculture, Faculty of Agriculture in our institutions or universities of agriculture actually own a farm? I'm talking about professors of agriculture now.
No, you see,
How many of them own it? How many of them have done research?
Engineer, let me ask you
How
this.
many of
Let
them
me ask
go?
you this.
How many of them have come?
Yes. Engineer, let me say this. Let us have this discussion. By the time you wait for people, ordinary individuals to drive a country, they will fail. The children of Israel
are ready to drive.
Let me finish, engineer. The children of Israel would have still been in Egypt if Moses had not led them out. Let's understand this. The children of Israel, they were still in Egypt today. If Moses did not come and say, let's go. Yes, it was not Moses that physically carried them. Moses always said, let's go, and they follow him. And they did the fight. It was not Moses that did the fight. They did the fighting. All Moses did was to show them the way. That is the meaning of leadership. Leadership is not the person who does the job. If a professor will not farm, but a professor will farm in an institution. If you make him to, is he not going to school to teach? If you tell part of the education curriculum, that is what I want to talk about today, is you are going to school, you are doing practical. From the practical, children are learning. Children go to school, you are going there. You don't come out of that school untrained. Some of you went to university and don't see the camera. Now, look at the funniest thing. In Uniben and in Unilag, they have the best state-of-art equipment to make movies. Look at the theater art. Nollywood don't have it. Nollywood are untrained people. If you don't know, they are not trained. The people in Nollywood today, the people in our art, they can't teach them how to use camera. That's how they got there. But Nollywood, in university, we have the human being who have the knowledge already, not to just to give them some training. And they will make us the best movie to compete with the rest of the world. What are they doing? No, I go to theater school, I go and sit down and come back. Not be under me. You will make movies in that school. The movie I will sell. Otherwise, I will scrap that department. You see, any department that is not useful to us today should be scrapped. A school, in those days, we don't send children. You go learn bicycle. The bicycle you then learn, it will be useful to the society. If you're not useful, you know who's going to send you there. In those days, how many people go on apprenticeship and they come back without a job? Is our education for a purpose or for grammar? Let me tell you where this whole started. When the Igbo came to Africa, Mary, I want you children to listen. When they came, they were looking for people who will front for them. You know, there are not so many. So they need clerk. They need people who will interpret. You understand? Who will do certain things. So the education they gave to us was for people who will do that. They didn't go and teach us engineering, Mary. They did not. They wanted, if they will teach you mass comm, so that you can broadcast for them. Not to equip you. But Africans still today refuse to restructure our curriculum to our purpose. Oyibo now will see the carry. How can you send somebody to go to school? Only because the curriculum they gave to us is to make clerk. You know how many people will produce? Will producing clerks. But Mali said they are graduating thieves and murderers. That's what you get. A child that spent 4 years in university, he come back, he's completely wasted. If you have the skill, you cannot be wasted. Let me use it again. No. If you have the skill, you can never be wasted. Engineer, people that went to technical school, let me put them, Sablet Technical School, they came back and they set up workshops. People that went to university don't have jobs. Hallelujah.
Now,
because
Daddy Chris, let me come.
Our curriculum.
I agree with you on that.
Engineers are not meant to do that. When did the engineers do the craze? They must be practical in universities.
Yes, Daddy Chris. When you're talking of Saplet Technical College, Agbo Technical College, Kwale Technical College.
Okay.
There were technical colleges that were created during the Ambrosali era. And at that time, besides being created, these technical colleges were funded, they were equipped with laboratories.
Yes.
And special references were given to plumbing, air conditioning and refrigeration, the block molding. They did everything technical. They have introductory technology. They did carpentry. They did electrical. But there was a gradual reduction in the quality of teachers and the number of teachers for those subject areas, and the government was not doing anything about it.
Yes.
Go to that same Sapele Technical College we're talking. Yes. Go to that same Sapele Technical College today, Agbo Technical College, Kwale Technical College. They are shadows of their own selves. But for the creation, recently during the Okowa regime, some technical colleges were created. We have one in Asaba here. And I am proud to say that I was excited when I went into this technical college and I saw somebody in JS could fix, you repair an extension wire, an extension cable. I saw the passion. I saw the zeal of the students. And I must thank the federal government for the first time. I don't know if it is true, but I read it. That technical college, students technical college are going to be paid 45,000 naira. I don't know how true is that, but you know, Nigerians, they are fond of sensationalism in terms of leadership.
Engineer.
One last word.
Before you practice, engineer. Sometimes I need to put something in your score. You see, is that sustainable?
Yes.
No. When you sometimes as a government, I don't want to pay. Is it sustainable?
Not be me talking, now Vice President.
It is
no,
not.
and they ask.
Now, Vice
Even
President,
before they commend them, who they commend them? Is it sustainable?
When I tell you know when it is, when I read it, when I read it over again, and I laughed. I said, now these are two scenarios that we come out.
Sophie, ideology, they don't believe.
That Chris, make I tell you now, you never hear finish, they complain. They didn't say they will pay 45,000 a month, a term. They said a month, 45,000. That what stops people from carrying their 5 children from other schools to technical schools. I mean, everybody in a technical school will just go with that. Even me, that is a father, I go join technical school. So that is the kind of, you can see how myopic foundational education has not modified or transformed a lot of our leaders. Because
what we lack is leadership in education. Let me say one word.
That is it.
What we lack is leadership in education. And that comes from and it's the person, the driving force. You see, when you now identify, you know why we put on education? We're going to leave that sector because we're talking of education generally. And education is not only in the universities. You understand? Our parents were educating us. And it is time now that we
informal education is the best education.
See, what is so interesting, engineer, is we're looking for cameramen in Asaba who can edit. They are not there.
Which is true.
Mary, do you hear what I'm saying? So it's not as if they have the skills.
They are limited. Not that they are limited. Now, a major problem that is here.
You see, listen here, we go scrap some of this department. And we're trying to build it tomorrow. In China, the reason you see all of them getting their hands dirty, they are not waiting, they are not going to a classroom to go and stop the rubbish and waiting to be employed.
Waiting we write for classroom, waiting we use how they do. Or waiting the teachers for classroom.
Engineer, if at the time you were in school,
there's no practical knowledge.
You then, if you were taught how to, you see, Mary, if at the time I was in secondary school, they teach me how to plant yam. Today now I know how to plant yam. Even I use it or not, when I see where they plant yam, I say, oh, that's how you do it. I must have suffered it then. You see, the problem is first, the question is the person you elect to lead you, does he understand what we're saying? Because if he doesn't, if Moses didn't know where to go, If Moses don't know that he's going to Israel, he's taking the children of Israel to the promised land. We're in problem. Oh. They've lost for road. So the leader must know where we are going. Do they know? Because
and that's it.
My problem is
the followers, are they ready to ready to follow the leader? The followers, not that
they don't have a choice. Look at the people are following leaders. Nigerians follow leaders.
Yes.
Even when the leader is putting them in hold, they follow him. No blame Nigerians.
We are going to have a problem.
Nobody say make they change. Nobody want to make everybody change from this party to another. Everybody don't change. How can you say we don't follow leaders?
That one are true. Yes. But let me tell you something. We're looking at
tell us now.
Formal and informal education.
Today, like in your children. Tinubu address us, say, children, Nigerians, this is what we're going to do. And this is where we're going. You see, Moses was communicating with the leaders. He was communicating with the people. This is where we're going.
Our leaders don't communicate with us until when election done they near. They need to communicate with us. Daddy Chris, can I ask you a question, please? We have a fundamental issue. We're looking at formal and informal education. Do you know that in the next 10 to 15 years, we'll be looking for vulcanizers on the road? They will be scarce. Mechanics are going to be in the reduction. Generator repairers will be scarce. A lot of artisans. Those NATA work, National Association.
They're not going to follow them.
They may be to learn this work again.
They may no one marry them. They may no one marry those people. So they will change. Not be their fault.
Funny enough, those people, they have a lot of, most of them have beautiful wives, so beautiful wives at home. It's not about
agree.
No, what I am not saying, no, Mary, you are not understanding. What I am saying is that we are losing it. No, man, I never understand what they talk. I'm not talking the profession. What I am saying is that in the next 2 decades, I go to mechanic workshops, I'll sit down. Oga go say, bros, people don't want to learn mechanic again. No. Go electrician side, go say, bros, now only you all these boys, when they come, once they come 1-2 months, they don't run.
Many of them, they are now into Yahoo now.
They're now into Yahoo. What I am saying is that there will be an extinction of this kind of jobs, and I have a fear for that. This kind of jobs have more money.
You see, again,
many of them will go for the training, but nothing to empower them.
You know why, Mary, when I come on the show, I told you people here that we have changed our system of education from the 654 to 6334. You know why? I want people to know that government do make some intentional plans to build some structure. The foundation of a society is in the education. If education fails, as it is in Nigeria now, we have failed. And it's not only, you know, the painful thing here is, yes, foreign UK education can get money from school fees. Nigeria all can get money from cultivating the land, because the land is what the UK university don't have. Imagine UK university get the land when Nigeria university get. Therefore don't. In fact, they will be doing the export a year that will come from my university here. You will run. They don't have land, maybe. The land is what we have. So do not compare Uniben to University of London. Look at University of London, their city. You don't get space. No space. You know they see where turn around. How can they do something else other than symposium? Yeah, they're paying a lot of money if you just go and host something there. The small hall, you know, the hall, they will go give them one big name. If you go there, you go pay 9,000 to use them for 1 hour. But for what? That land is wasted in Nigeria. Unused. The government is looking for money to pay the lecturers for their waste of time. Because the lecturers in Nigeria are wasting our time. And you see, and you want to blame the people will continue. Maybe you can say the people don't want farm. I don't want farm. That is because government don't show you direction. If government encourage farming, if that is the trend, you dey farm today, you buy motor the next week, you will farm. And you know the richest people in Europe are farmers. By the time you own a glass house,
yes,
and you begin to turn out products, you buy cars in 6 months, new cars. Everybody will farm. Do you know what is a farm? You think another one when our grandma go? Now that time they marry go marry them. You know, nobody want make
Chris,
it. No, get
you said you're not
pregnant
going
today.
to pick on me today. Oh. You said I'm not going
If
to
you never had Mary matter, Mary, I beg, do this marriage, make the cake come, make me come from Africa. If you never had Mary,
You know,
then the
when
story
God create
not
this
go
world finish.
Mama, you know that I want to wedge. I'll tell them to give Daddy Chris microphone to talk. Especially, they should give me microphone to speak on that day. Because I don't understand. You say you're not going to pick on me today. Evelyn is there.
The day you go marry, they go pay me my money special. I tell you, papa.
What I do when they want to pay you?
My money, special, my own. When are they train you since they did there? And since I invest in that training. And they bring this guy up for the husband. No, anyway, you know what we're saying? It is very important, really, that our government understand. We need to teach our government one thing. Government and business. You know, there's one thing we need to teach them now. Government and business. Because they don't understand it. They think their job is to spend money. Now let's go and read the papers. You're going to see the construction of roads.
All your money.
How they spend money to construct road. They don't tell us how much they have made. You see, what I've been saying today is what I say a government should be doing. Be making money. What I'm saying the university should be doing, they should be making money. What I said, the institution, hey, look at the ministry, not making money. Imagine if I be minister, if I'm the federal minister of art and culture, today I don't launch Nigerian Netflix. The next day, Nigerian YouTube go exist. They don't burn anybody when go stop me. That is the number 2 things I go do. Our own YouTube, do you know this YouTube now? They close and we don't finish. Nigeria they don't know where their content, this content we're doing now is going to where? You know where it go, Mary? It's been stored somewhere. You know where? They can cut us off. If I sentence it wrong now, they go disturb them. They will tell me, say, don't say that on this platform. YouTube will tell you what to say and what not to say. You can't blame them, it's their own. If they're going to be true African platform, it's going to be created by the stupid Nigerian people who refuse to get up. So if I am, ask that guy there, who is your federal minister, to do for what he has done, where is our YouTube? Where is our Facebook? Chinese are no more waiting for American YouTube. In China, they use WeChat. They don't use WhatsApp. The way you use WhatsApp in China, they use WeChat. They no more, you see, they're no more going to go to YouTube. You know what they do? They came up with a TikTok. Nigeria is 400 million people. Where is our own? We have a problem.
We are into Yahoo. We are extorting money.
Yes, and they deserve it. In fact, ask them, insult who at my age, who are they insult? So tell that person may come, whether be senior.
They are very intelligent young boys and girls.
May they tell them, say whether the person senior or not the insult person for my place. So senior they talk, you go quiet. Who are the insult? I be their mate. The minister and my mate, a senior, that's small girl. I go talk to me. I go call her honorable, yes, because of the office. But a senior, so I go feel concerned if they misbehave. That's what elders they do for my place. Let's go on the break. When we come back, we go come read papers. Because if we not do this one today, Wahala will come to this platform. You know, I will just give a bit to one guy. Free. If not let us go break now. I go dash your
Daddy K for free.
For free.
Why now?
I want money now. What about the best? Say, go carry go. Give me $2. Now I drink today. Tomorrow, I'll bring my daughter back. I don't remember. Bring my daughter back. I'm saying that bring her back because I don't know. Now $2 they money. You're going to ask her. Now $2 they pay. You know, well, you don't show $2 before. Make the company the complete money now. That's what they commit person. Let's go on the break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the papers. And I can bet you on the papers today, we're going to see them telling us either how to win election or how to construct roads. That's what we do in Nigeria. It has to change. We need to teach our leaders that it is not about, they need to learn to teach leadership with business. They need to add it to the curriculum of our leaders. As you want to become president, they will add business, join the leadership when you go steep, because all of them, they be leaders. You know what they do? They teach them administration how to play politics. I bet add business, join the politics. Then Nigeria will grow forward. We'll go on a break. Stay with us.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. It's coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th 2026-2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
That's what we do. That's what we do. Let me quickly add the papers so that Mary can run us through the papers this morning. Today, as you know, is the 10th of June. The days is flying. In 2 days' time, it's going to be June 12th, another holiday in Nigeria. If you like saying that's also a holiday on a get for this June, Mary. How many holidays? Only in June. Eh? No wonder if they smile. The only unfortunate thing, people they work for SRT will not get break. Kai, this guy need to
be government workers that are enjoying
must enjoy this.
I go try today. I go try today. I go try to remember that one. When they try, to be fair.
Which day?
Media not get break, no verse. We don't understand that. It's not in our DNA. Maybe there's something I saw now that it's only me and two of you. There's a new kit now. We will discuss it another day. The new kit, we're waiting for the papers to upload. That's why I'm doing this. The new kit, we say there's immediate test of DNA. Is that a good thing or bad thing?
So that it is. I don't know why you think DNA is only.
So the way that they do
it
it
will
test.
be a good thing.
You know how many married men have kids outside? I don't understand.
If it's cheap, it's a good thing.
And I let them do the one that can test men. No, let's not many men have kids outside. But I don't know why it
Very, man, when he get kids outside, the man not be carry belly.
Yes.
Now, mama na pikin no. Now, mama na show you say your papa be this.
Who has been the one impregnating the women?
But now, mama, now papa, now mama na show you say now your papa be this. Mother is no. I tell you every day. There's no. You hardly see fatherless home. What we have is motherless home.
Motherless home, yeah.
There's nothing like fatherless home. I get the foundation.
Your body support that men should cheat and women should just sit back and watch. Fine.
More than they cheat now.
Something like support over the years.
They tell me, say, "Una body can't they fly." If they don't cheat, finish.
You should understand that these women are human beings as well. You should know that these women are human beings as well. That you sit down in the house and your husband comfortably cheats on you and you tell me to sit and endure. Like I don't get.
Mary, do you know that men are seeing it as their right? Men are seeing it as their right.
When you endure that pain of knowing that your husband does not respect you a bit, does not value you,
that would be
that's
respect.
not makes you a good woman, and that is what the decree supports. That women should sit back and watch their husband cheat. And I don't understand why that decree.
The question I asked, I said there's a new kit to test DNA. Meaning, if you just carry
it's not a problem. It's not going to be a problem at all.
If you may do it, they should say it. Don't go and give another man's children, another man's child.
No, my take is, if you can endure the cheating, stay back. It's cool. But if you can't, it's better you another man's child. That's the truth. But one thing I know is, the kind of pain that I can endure, another person cannot endure. So even if you not come and kill women, so that your husband has, you'll be cheating on them. I expect everybody cannot endure that pain. No,
Mary, what the men need is a dictator. We should have a dictator to catch cheating men.
I don't understand. If I can endure
I don't think the Bible recognizes anything like a cheating man. No. We said it on the show. The time when they once stoned Mary Magdalene for cheating, for adultery, they said they caught them in the act. They were about to stone Mary. They didn't stone the man. Did they say the man committed adultery?
Daddy Chris, many women entered marriage hoping that they will be the only wife. By the end of the day, they happen to see other wives.
They
know, but nobody would have the house.
It
was not a, let's not even go into it though. Because we're going into it, we'll not even read the papers. You know, this kind of stuff.
Mary,
I won't get tired of talking
who
about
get the house?
you say that house with knowing that you now have a co-wife.
A woman
Polygamy is as a result of selfishness of a man. Yes.
No, yes, I agree.
It only favors the man. So what about the woman that will be in pains? You think every woman should be back that they are not bad?
You go born, children go say now you be their mama, now you get house. If they go gather beat me because of you.
Get house how? That you marry somebody with the plan of just put
let's read the papers.
You bring another woman to the house
hard.
And you tell me that polygamy is a normal thing and you think the woman should be cool with it.
I don't say it's normal.
Endure for how long?
It does not exist.
There's
no adultery for a man in my language.
Let's come on a simple understanding that not all women can endure cheating. Not all women can endure it. But the best thing is, if you can't enjoy it, it's better you walk away. So that you do not have another man's child and give to your husband.
Where did they go to?
A
woman when I born 3 children said they walk away from my husband.
But you are saying that the person should stay. No, you can't. If you can't stay, it's better you go.
Evelyn,
I can't live in pain. How long?
Evelyn, you don't born 2 children for one man. You say it's shit, you they go meet another one. Who you they go meet?
If you continue
read the papers.
No, you brought the topic. If you even see, I need you to understand something. If you continue to cheat on this woman,
Evelyn go break. You know, maybe you get one comedy. I shared one video. When I see the video, I caught the laugh. I said, I better be this. The guys, he look the video, they look one video for there. Look at it. He said the boyfriend, they carry knife. He said, won't kill herself and never leave it.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
You need to see the reaction.
You are having the take that if a man
is for nothing.
But I'm saying that, you know, this
I understand you. Better.
When you cannot endure the pain, leave. Instead of you to stay there and die. That's my take.
There's no pain. Your husband will love you, die. Even
no,
if you shoot outside, if you shoot small, come back.
No,
you don't go take your face.
Daddy K, what kind of love is that one? Can a man love 2 women at the same time?
You know, love her. He go do side runs, come back home. He marry her. Not just go do side kick, come back.
From men that we never take cheating from a woman. Coming from men that
why are you going to do side runs? That thing that you are going for outside there, is that not what your wife have?
And you're telling me the one should sit back.
No, yes, but you know the thing. You know the thing, Wait, Evelyn. What did you eat yesterday?
I eat rice.
What did you eat this morning?
Beans.
My question I ask you.
We are talking of human beings, not food.
Polygamy.
If now one make the man see they alive, you need to taste different one. Because when you taste different one, you go be like say, when you come back to your wife, your wife comes special. Even when you just eat it, only this one, you go this woman, you go there for the beautiful woman. You go do nonsense. Then when you come back, what's my special one?
What are you saying? That a man
what are you tasting?
Wife, just him and his wife, and they are happily married. That a man must go out and bring in other women. Like
no, I didn't say it must go. He go do side runs. Mary, we call her side runs.
So you should be single now. You should be single and go for your side runs. Nobody will be against
you. If I get single, not be side runs again.
The decision
to have that woman in their husband's house, and
you've already decided to have that woman.
Yes, I agree. Mary, now because you dey drive the man. If the man as they go, you give her condom. You know go do am. Only where they go, you know they go again. Where your condom? Don't come back on time. The man go come back on time.
I'm encouraging him to
which one is where your condom?
If you don't encourage him, then he go hide one. He will go to hide it one. I don't like when only 16 years old. You no sense.
No, that means I'm encouraging him to go out and.
Why will you encourage your husband to go and be doing that?
Okay, your pikin when only 16 years old, you know say you must do the thing. Now they think about that thing.
The issue is, what is the gain of the woman, right? Taking that kind of
okay, but let me tell you.
What is the gain of a woman taking that kind of mess from a man?
You see, there's one thing. There's something they say.
I'll keep quiet. Let me be a good woman, a virtuous woman.
Let me use the word.
That
they say, Mrs. wait, oh, when they say Mrs., the Mr. plus an S. Bigger
There's
than the
nothing
Mr.
to justify.
Woman more than the man.
Telling me that I should stay in my husband's house and watch him cheat on me, and I should keep quiet to be so that I can be a
Mary,
woman.
no read the paper. Now what you see now?
I will always talk when it
I
comes
always
to that.
saw it.
I will always talk.
Mary,
Because
I always say I
know
see
that
something when they feed the
it's not
test
about
DNA. I don't
But
say
if you really care about somebody and the person is cheating on you, there's no way you tell me you take it. It's better that the Christian, this one that is up the street, it's better he leaves. Because I don't want to. What is he saying?
He's running
So
away.
just believe that as a woman, you should sit back in your husband's house. If he's cheating on you, you should stay there and endure. You understand? But the question is, Evelyn, how many of these men can even endure that a woman cheat on them for once? You understand? So instead of you to, if you cannot endure as a woman, which personally I know I can't even enjoy it, but if as a woman you know you cannot, instead of you to stay there and be dying in pain, it is better you leave.
Okay, maybe we will talk that matter another day. I will cancel you like a daughter.
Live with a man, you know that he's following different women. What if he comes and gives you sickness? You say you're a virtuous woman. Anything can happen. If you leave the earth, he will still go and marry another woman. No. I hope you know. Nobody should die for anybody.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
Oh yeah, maybe let's read the papers. Okay,
yes.
Let's go to the papers. Okay.
You brought up the topic, you are running.
And I want to be careful. I don't want that young. When I withdraw from the television, give me a heart attack. So I don't withdraw. I don't talk again. I cannot. One person say one thing a man needs is rest of peace of mind. The person that can take it from me is your wife.
As well. You know when you are misbehaving, you are expecting peace. How will the peace come? You can't. Okay.
God feels satisfied now. Even God feels satisfied now. God, if he satisfy woman.
Yes.
God give you better head, you put another one. God give you better eyebrow,
let's just leave our natural
God give you better lip, you change her. God give you better hit, you change her. God give you better one, you change her.
Come to this show, but it's not that you come and complain that why are we using them.
No, not be Evelyn. No. I said God, they change every women. I'm not talking women generally. Now women they change. I don't know whether they change. The one where God give you, God create women. It take time create una. Yet una they change them every day. How many times men they change? You see, man, see my face now says come and say be. You understand?
The one that men change is women. They change women. So that's their own problem.
You should leave yourself to be natural now. Why are you shaving your beard and barbing your hair?
No, there's some kind of change.
You want to look handsome. That's why you're doing that.
You know, remember when my beard come down like this?
You want to look beautiful as well. That's why we are doing what
it was rough, but I love it. They can't say, the way you do it, because I don't become Mary, let's read the papers. Evelyn is right. Why you men? Now they accuse you. One are they change, one are they shaving.
Evelyn, you are right too.
Why are you barbing your hair? Why are you shaving? Because you want to look handsome.
Really, because this morning I woke up, now let me the drum. Let me don't use my clipper, scraper this morning. Make I look good. Oh yeah, now let's go. Read the papers, madam. Hurricane Tinubu sweeps. 12 more senators.
Let's not read the point. The big story on the point. We have defection. Hurricane Tinubu sweeps 12 more senators. And
you see, Mary's voice now is lower than when she's angry. That's what you get.
Hey.
Speak louder now.
You can hear me.
Read the paper with audio. Give us volume. Let's hear you.
Okay, let me take the big story again. So
take it again, yes, ma'am.
Defections. Hurricane Tinubu sweeps 12 more senators and reps members. And we have APC courts 4 PDP governors, 10 Akwa Ibom NAS members to join ENO, and then 2 Edo Nasarawa senators to quit SDP and Labour Party. And this story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Moving forward, we have a story here that says Obi sparks firestorm over Tinubu's subsidy figures on page 23. Tears, joy as Nigerians pilgrims depart Saudi after Hajj on page 28.
They don't go there again. They don't go again. They don't go again.
Yes.
I'm not sure this advert on these papers is leaving anytime soon. The commissioning and everything.
Who did this one, Mary? Who did this one?
Okay, yeah, it says President Tinubu commissions International Conference Center in Abuja today. The Honorable, yes, of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Yeso Wike, CON, and the Honorable Minister of State, Dr. Maria Mahmood, on behalf of all residents of the Federal Capital Territory, welcome His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to the commissioning of the newly rehabilitated International Conference Center in Abuja. And
I don't know. Our president are God, who our president has sent me God, who we don't understand. On behalf of the community, somebody was supposed to serve us. We they on behalf of everybody, they welcome her.
And Nigerian case is different now, so we have to enjoy it.
Supposed to serve us. Now we they say, hey, Baba, they come. Make we go. I mean, read the next paper. When you see weekend, you get problem. Next paper, man.
Okay, so let's see the.
I would have loved to know what Obi said about this matter, but about the issue of what Obi was raising. But let's go. We may get it.
Is that the punch?
I think you picked something that Obi.
No, Obi said. I think I saw the story yesterday. It was not really something, but he said that removing subsidy, fuel subsidy, is not the problem. You understand? Yes. But the problem is the way in which it was announced and implemented. I think he's talking about the way they followed it is different, but not like that removing the subsidy is wrong.
No. I support subsidy removal. Anybody in my life.
The way it was announced and implemented.
No, maybe that's not even the announcement. The announcement was brave, fine. Maybe one will be thinking that, okay, all the money when they go inside subsidy, we'll take and get refineries. Do you understand? That is what any reasonable person would do. Instead of me to spend this money to they go import, let me use it to build my own refinery so I can give you refinery, I can give you your fuel. That's how a reasonable man would do. Except the money we used to buy yacht, build renew Aso Rock, buy new presidential jet. What kind of people is this? The rest, the state governor, they share with them because more money is not coming to the states. Maybe they are getting more to share now. It's not only Tinubu that is eating the money. The money that now comes from the allocation, that one they used to pay something before, they share it among all the state governors now. But what are we seeing? They are not constructing more roads. You hear that? All the state governors are constructing. Wike is constructing. Oboriwon is constructing. Yobe is constructing. Hey, Mr. Constructors. Nigeria is loyal. You see, I said we need to teach you now.
They feel the road is our problem.
Politics and business is what you guys lack. You guys good at politics, but you don't understand what is called business. There's a country has been given to you, a state has been given to you, a local government has been given to you to run. The business of the state, the business of the country, the business of the local government follows. What have you done with it? So it's not about how much you spend. It's how much you have made for us. Unfortunately, my people don't ask yet. A time will come. The voice will double. They will no more be saying, because when we rank people who are performing today, oh, look at what this one. Mary, I saw in Abia State. I have my reservation. But when I saw what that guy did, I thought I was in this country. Is it Bangladesh? Most of the jeans they bring to Nigeria, they are made in Bangladesh. They come to Europe, from Europe they come to us.
Nigeria.
You come to London, you buy Nest. You know what? It's got one brand called Nest. The Nest, the Emma Nest, Mark and Spencer, they are not made here. They only put this label. Nigeria will come by and go. Who made it here? Fashion, they go better for now.
There's one big man.
Just need to wake up, maybe.
You don't need to wake up. That he built in Abia State. Very big. I think you have to even use Lista to go up. It's very big. And you know what somebody said? That please, the governor should do something that the next regime can maintain. Not when he finish building all these big buildings and they won't be able to maintain it. That is the problem. So it should not be something fine.
Yes, and maintaining is another one.
No,
but
right.
Should it not be something fine? Because people cannot maintain it.
Can it be sustained? No, Mary. Maybe some of them don't even have business plan to be sustained. You don't build this beautiful secretariat. Thank you very much. How is it going to be maintained? From the same oil money, there's no plan. Say, okay, this secretariat I want to build now, it will be making money. So you're going to wait for the next oil money to maintain it, maybe. So you only constituting liability. This is where we are. With my model, they're not born them. In fact, I've put Wike for prison. If I'm the president, he's going to prison. For mismanaging my money, I will take it personal. Anything you do that you cannot maintain, that will not bring more money, you're going to prison for it. It's not your money. You cannot just get up and say, I'm going to do this. You cannot. If you're going to construct a road, there must be a good reason why that road is constructed. Because that road is going to bring money. Because of the factories or the things that will happen there. You must give me a plan. A business plan to justify the road. Otherwise, you're going to go to prison. And by the time you deal with them, oh God, if Baba Tinubu get the strength, can't they carry us along? You see how much will they support her? To just tell us, say, children, listen, this is what you guys need, though. You see, Nigerians children are looking for leadership. They are hungry. They're looking for somebody who will step on the stage and they will jump. You understand? These kids are looking forward to it. Nobody is a step up to the gate, to that challenge. And it's sad. Baba not be the one, not be Baba. Forget Baba. Baba will spend on that 8 years to waste our time. It's time, you don't get much where they go again. Baba not me. Baba go soon go now. So it's losing nothing.
Evelyn, I'm just imagining that they just appoint Daddy Chris and give him one ministerial position in this regime. I don't know what Daddy Chris would have been saying.
Maybe they for not run. They for not take the job from me the same day. You give me ministerial position. And if na sport, everybody there go close. If na agree, if na art and culture, if na Greek, now be say now don't finish. You think I'm gonna sit down there and wait for government to give me money? Me I go take loan, sir. But I will make money. Maybe how can you have the land and you have the people and you can't make money? You are stupid. That's the language. See, maybe the first factory in your land. Yeah. When you get the land, you don't make money. God not they forgive person for that one. Did I use the word right? God will never forgive you for wasting his land. The land we have in Unibed is wasted. God will not forgive us. Inusuka is wasted. Many people are hungry. The land is wasted.
Honestly, it is because I've entered that school before and I've used short to inside that school. You see the kind of land that is wasted. Truly, they are not doing anything with it. It's just there. Answering fine school.
Maybe you don't understand. Supposing Oyibo get that kind of land, University of Middlesex University get that kind of land here. Hey, maybe they get that land here.
You are talking because you've not been to all these normal northern universities. At least I've been to Jigawa State. There was a time I entered Jigawa State Polytechnic. I had one of my aunts there, so I visited the place. But the house was close to the school, so I had to enter there. Follow one of my friend that was schooling there, and I was able to enter inside the school. If you see this space, they don't even know what to build. This space is too much. So what are they using on this land to do?
If you want to even personally go and use it, maybe to start farming and all that, they'll start fighting you.
Jigawa Poly, they don't know what to use the land and to do with the land. You see, because
imagine that school, they wait for state government to give allocation. You see what I'm trying to explain on the show today.
Look at how big this school is. They have built everything they want to build, all the faculty. Then look at the remains of the land. Hi. I don't know.
Maybe if you see how painful that thing is, you guys don't understand. What we said is so deep. The language you said now, Mary. Imagine if the state government now say, you in Jigawa Poly, this is what we're going to do this year. Because I'm not going to be giving you money from oil that I'm receiving. We're going to work in Jigawa. At least the first year we'll make 30%. The second year we're going to make 60%. By the third year, you people will be making me profit. And that will be the plan. Come with a plan. Not me go down. We'll go sit down. We'll go draw the plan together.
They do it that way to start becoming productive.
They will. They will be productive. And what I'm saying now is leadership that they need. Like I said, the children of Israel for remain for that place. If Moses didn't come up, they were there for how many years? They were still there until somebody showed them the way. What we need is a leader. It's leadership. It's a leader that will show us the way. We don't have it, Mary. And you say those people are corrupt. I say they are not corrupt. They're stupid. You hear the language I use every day? To call those people corrupt, how can you call a stupid man a corrupt person? Is he qualified to be corrupt? How can he be corrupt over 200 naira when you could make 2 million naira? We're fighting over 200 naira, Mary. Our money is 2 million. I said to the boys who they give them appointment, they give you appointment, they pay you 400,000. You are worth 4 million naira every month. You they pray somebody for giving you this. He is blind, you are blind. If the governor is making money, we pay you more money. All you need to do is beg your governor to make money. Imagine how much your body will be making from Delta State every month. Oh my God. Imagine how much Delta State will make for Boriwori in a month. Will you be waiting for that stupid money? How much is coming from there? Nothing. Nothing is coming from there. So it's a challenge of our time. Let's read one more paper before we close, Mary. Let's read one more paper. Are you there, Mary? Mary, don't freeze again. You know, I know how nothing they be. Oh, yeah, Evelyn, let's take another paper with you before we.
Okay, let's look at the. Let's take a look at. Is it Daily Trust? So.
Okay. Is it
all the papers they have this. All the papers mostly have the.
Now we get
Commission International Conference Center.
Let's just see in fact, you see, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault. We can understand. Welcome back, Mary.
We have it on Vanguard. We have it on Tribune. Almost all the papers are the Punch.
What is that?
This the commissioning of the conference center. Almost all the papers.
Yeah, that's what we've been seeing now since this week. Okay, last week, right?
Yeah.
December. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be, but the advert of the commissioning has been there. Has been there.
But we don't have it on Daily Trust, though.
So we can do Daily Trust.
No, Daily Trust is the Chris best paper now because since this regime, Daily Trust has they have changed.
They're not sending you.
But Evelyn, this is not the way they were during the Buhari's regime. They changed now. Just understand where I'm going. And that the Chris now said that is but people that were not giving statistics of things that were happening before, all of a sudden they start to tell us everything that is happening. It's funny. So it means sometimes the daily they are even political.
Oh, of course, all papers are political. Sorry.
They are political.
All papers are political. Mary, there are certain things I'll say we will not do at SRTV. You guys will follow me because I will lead. You understand? That is the leadership. It's a problem. If people are dying, ask who is leading them. If people are drowning, ask who is leading them. I swear, if a good leader is in the place, people will eat. No matter how difficult it is. Mary, do you know what is so funny? Let me say this to the platform today. Israel is a dry land, though. That land of Israel. Dry. When you say dry land, you can't do anything there. They say land, milk and honey. What is in Israel? Very dry place. Desert. But look at the fertile land in Nigeria. We can feed. If Israel wait for rain to fall, therefore don't die of hunger. Yet our own race they fall, they give us food. God they forgive people. I mean, when I read the paper, I will read one more before I close.
Okay, so let me see. You said we should take Daily Trust, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was even thinking the Guardian. Okay, the big story on
we can take Guardian. The Guardian is there. I like the Guardian. I see all these men, then Dangote and all of them. What are they doing there? $200.
Huh? Okay, we have the big story says 24 years later, 43 new operators target telcos undeserved amid concerns, and that story is on page 6. And moving forward, we have Otedola to consolidate stake in First Bank as Otudeco Odukale considers exit. Wike rallies PDP stakeholders in Abuja, high stakes meeting on page 3. We have yes.
Is he there the PDP?
That is the PDP that didn't leave. Is the PDP working with APC?
It's still there.
So
Yes.
But you had
In fact, these people are very stupid. Everything they do, they go tell president. It's just infiltrating them. Anything they plan, they go tell Tinubu. Like
one leg,
how can you
one
love
leg
two
is
women?
in PDP, and the other leg is in APC.
Now they can't rely on to rally them. They are sick. Let me say, you see the lack of leadership when we get from Nigeria. Where is Saraki? Saraki is a little bit of a stronger man. Anyway, don't be Saraki Tom.
this story that was. I think we should go back to Daily Trust. This story I saw it yesterday. Though I don't know, but okay. The big story on the Daily Trust, you have flood. Residents resist evacuation, seeks help. But the story that brought me here is money my husband kept. That is on the Daily Trust. Money my husband kept for Nigerians vanished. Coming from Miriam Abacha. The story was there yesterday. She said
so they should give their money to
that for Nigeria vanished. I think just
husband kept for what? What did the husband keep the money for?
Over his demise. Then I don't understand. The money he kept for Nigeria vanished just a month after his demise.
Wait.
Then I don't
say that the money is the man made the money, it's Nigerian money, or we should give it to her.
No, the one he was keeping for us vanished and nobody's talking about it.
Because it's possible. It's possible. You know that man, all the man they know Abacha is because Abacha was a very barbaric leader. But he might meet some things where he cannot be all evil. You understand? And what about the money? The woman is asking question now.
No, you don't know Nigerians. So Nigerians have come for her. Nigerians will never believe that kind of saga or that kind of fallacy.
That's what I'm asking. The money he kept for us for what?
No, that because I was expecting to ask me that. How is it that is the man that is keeping money for? Is he central bank?
The good question.
Do you know how much he hid in other countries that they retrieved?
Abacha, look, we see they talk of Abacha.
Are you also keeping those ones for Nigeria?
But Abacha was not traveling around the world, though. Abacha was not one of those presidents that traveled, though. I take carry money come out. Because he didn't have friends.
Really?
Abacha only did some of the few Arab nations. Abacha couldn't come to UK.
He died.
And before he died, yes, he didn't have that chance. He didn't have it. Because the heat was on him. He made so much enemies. So I don't know how he managed to take those money out. Maybe now in colleagues, now picking them, I don't think the money fly.
But what I don't understand is you man trying to say that they don't have money again.
They will get money. Money they last, Mary. You don't know. Money does not last now. Money that you don't add to, you just spend. How long? Get 20 billion now. Start to spend. It will finish. The money that stays is the money that brings money every day.
Let me open the development story. You know that the truth is people feel like since the man died, there's this allegation coming that they have been the one enjoying his money and all of that. Now the Punch says General Sani Abacha has rejected long-standing allegations that her late husband looted billions of dollars during his time in office, insisting there is no credible evidence to support the claims. Now, according to her, who is the witness of the monies that were stashed? Did you see the signature or the evidence of any money stashed abroad? She asked. She also claimed that funds her husband allegedly secured for Nigerians disappeared shortly after his death. And the money that my husband kept for Nigeria, in a few months, the money is vanished. People are not talking about that, she said. So, for those of us that are having the mentality that they are still squandering the husband money, she's trying to say that there's nothing like that. The money vanished.
She says that the husband is not as corrupt as the people say. Yeah. And maybe there may be element of truth to it, Mary. There may be element of truth. You understand? Abacha was, like I said, he's a very dangerous man. He was a very dangerous man, but he must have done certain things. All the money when he leave, where the money. Anyway, that's why we call it a wrap for today. It's another beautiful Tuesday. Long day ahead here in London. Young women, you guys have been wonderful. Thank you very much for making the show. We'll do this again tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, we need to look again. I think we should remain in this education tomorrow. Let's look at 2 other areas and see why we're having problem. Engineer was able to defend a little bit of the engineering sector, and we only went into the, we're able to go a little bit into agriculture. Tomorrow we're going to look at the other areas where education can be more meaningful and make an impact. Like I always believe that if having ministries, maybe tomorrow we'll be doing politics and business. Politics and business. That should be the title. Politics and business. Because what they don't understand is politics is, the word politics means management. What do you manage? What are you managing? You don't manage human beings without managing their resources. So Nigeria, you're given a country to manage. You manage the people and the resources. The question is, what are you doing with the resources? You only take and spend. You are a stupid manager. You're a very bad manager. You're not even you're not qualified to be called a corrupt person. That is my take. And so we're going to continue that tomorrow on this wonderful topic, on this new trend of when we're preaching a new gospel for Nigeria, that politics should be taken along with businesses. So if you want to be a state governor, go there and make money for the state. Tinubu should make money for us. Local government should make money for us. And they should tell us. Whenever somebody says want to be leader, please ask him, how is he going to make money for the nation? Thank you very much for joining me, young people. We'll do this together tomorrow. God bless you all. Bye for now.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. It's coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
SR TV. Innovative content.